Hi, my name is Matt from ClickBid, and I want to talk about future-proofing your upcoming auction, live auction, silent auction, online donation event. In ClickBid, we've created a new product, and it's called the EventStream. The EventStream allows you to broadcast live video to your participants who are bidding in your silent auction and give you the ability to sell live auction items and fund the needs in real time at your event. Now, how does this future-proof your event? Well, what it does is it allows you to know that your event is going to happen on a specific day and time that you choose, regardless of what happens with venues, what happens with stay-at-home orders, what happens with the pandemic that's going on. So how does all this work? The good news is that it's completely built into your ClickBid admin and bidding experience. So there's nothing new to link into your ClickBid account. It's already embedded. All you have to do is activate the feature and it's instantly available for you and your bidders. And then the question is, what does the EventStream service come with? Well, let's take a quick look. I want to take a look at my catalog. I have 94 items, and I'm going to type here, I'm going to change my type filter to live so that I can see my two live items. So just like in years past or in using ClickBid in the past, you can create a live auction item. And what that does is it gives you the ability, like in the past, to sell an auction item to the highest bidder. So during the gala, you can have an auctioneer calling bids. People put their paddle in the air. They continue to increase the dollar amount until finally you have a winner. And then in ClickBid, you can add that winner's bid and charge them for that auction item. But what we've added is the ability to make this a live item that is allowing live bids online. So what that does is it allows you to create a starting bid and a bidding increment. And it puts that item in a category where an auctioneer can control whether that item is biddable online and when it is over. The difference between a live auction item and an auction item that is live and allowing bids is that you set a starting bid, you set a bidding increment, and you let people bid on the auction item from their phone when you decide to open and close the item. It's really that simple. And all you have to do is create a new auction item. I'm going to call it my live auction item. I'm going to change the status to active. I'm going to set closing time into the future. And then I'm going to choose live item type. And then say, yes, I want to allow live bids. I'll set a starting bid of $3,000 and an increment of $1,000. And let's say the item is worth $6,000. That's it. The item is ready to be bid on when the auctioneer or the event organizer turns it on and lets it be available for bids. So how does the auctioneer do that? Well, under the Event Central in Butler, which is the tool that we use when we're checking people in, checking people out, adding a bid, and so on, when you have a live item that is available for live bids, you have this feature called EventStream. So I'm going to launch this, and it's going to open up my EventStream. And it's a very simple, clean interface that, as the organizer, I am using to make my live auction items available, unavailable, and I can run my appeal. So we have three categories here: unsold, sold, donation items. So all I have to do is press on the 3-day, 2-night travel experience to load the details. My starting bid is $3,500. I currently have no bids and I want to let people preview this. And on the other side, when people are bidding from their phone, bidding from their laptop or tablet, they're going to see a bid live button, and that will allow them to bid on this item in real time. So I'm letting them preview it right now as I'm talking up the item. And I say, okay, folks, let's start the bidding at $3,500. So I'm going to press start and people will be able to start bidding. And you'll see those bids coming in here as well. I can also, if I want, add floor bids so that if I'm at a physical gala and somebody wants to bid that $3,500 that's not online, I can type in the bidder number and it will actually add that bid for me. So now everybody who's bidding from home is going to see that the next bid is $4,500. and so on and so forth until I say, okay, we're going to go once, we're going twice, and sold for $3,500. Let's move on to our next item. This is the My Live Auction item. We're going to have the starting bid at $3,000. Let's go ahead and get that item going at $3,000. And you'll see, again, as a bidder, it will switch from previous item to the next available item. And I'm going to bid with bidder 100 again, $3,000. And now the next bid is 4,000. I have 3,000. Can I get 4,000? And people will see that the bid is now $4,000. When I'm ready to sell that item, I can go ahead and press sell. Is it going once, going twice? Now let's say I might get, $3,500. We're getting towards the end. People aren't willing to jump $1,000. Let's go. Okay, I'll tell you what, folks. If I can get $3,500, let's sell it for $3,500. And now I've dropped $500 off of the next increment. So now the next bid instead of 4,000 is 3,500, and now I might find somebody who's willing to bid 3,500. And I'm going once, going twice, sold. So once your auction items are sold, they will be listed here in the sold live items, and you can then click on them, take a look at the bidding history, reopen them if they're not closed, and then let people bid on them some more if you accidentally closed it too early or need to reopen it for any reason. Moving on to the donation items, this is where you would do your fund a need. So help us build a community code training center. So what I would do as the MC of the auction, I would say, okay, folks, I'd like to move on to the appeal. And where our goal is we want to raise $400,000 to build a community code training center. We have increments on your screen of 5,000, 2,500, 1,000, 500, 250, and 100. Folks, let's get 10 people to give $5,000. All you have to do is press the donate button, press that $5,000, and you'll be able to make that donation to our charity. And that number will start to go up as people start to give. You'll see them listed here. You'll be able to call them out and thank them. And then you can move on to the 2,500, the 1,000, the 500, and so on. Now, in this screen here, when that's complete, then you can go back to your video stream. You can continue to finish your work on your presentation. You can go back to your video stream. You can finish your presentation and sign off, and then people will be able to complete the silent auction, pay for their live and silent and donation items from their phone, and everything happens completely online. And lastly, as part of your EventStream service, we offer the ability to provide a live stream directly to your bidders from your web camera. So if I go to Event Central Live Broadcast, it will turn on a picture of your web camera. Now, I want to talk a little bit about providing a better picture than what we have here, but this is an example of turning on my computer's web camera and allowing me to press the start button. And that's it. Once I do that, I'm broadcasting my video to all of my bidders that are in the silent auction. One of the things that's great about this feature is that it gives you an incentive for your participants to register to bid and be a part of the live stream, because they have to log in and be a bidder in order to be part of the live stream, to see that unfolding in real time. In addition, we also have some technical details for people who professionally stream, professional auctioneers, event planners. They can use these credentials and some of these tools to actually do a little bit more. But in this demo, I just wanted to show you how easy it is to start an event by just coming to this page, hitting the start button, and letting it record out to your donors. Again, our goal at ClickBid is to make things as crazy simple as possible. So we want to make sure that you have to do very little to get things going. So for instance, in the example that I had earlier, all I had to do was go to items, manage items, create an item, and just flip one switch to make my item biddable in the live auction with my bidders. And so now what I want to do is talk a little bit about making this all come to life. So let's say it's Tuesday and I want to have my event, my gala. I'm promoting it online, social media, and so on. I'm promoting it to happen on Saturday at 4 in the afternoon until 5. The way we look at your website, and when I say your website, I'm over here in the home screen here where it says mbdemo.cbo.io. Now my keyword is mbdemo. That's what I purchased when I bought my service. This address is my venue. That's how we look at it. This is your venue. And again, we're talking about future-proofing your event. So mbdemo.cbo.io is the venue that you are promoting to all of the bidders in your virtual gala. And again, this does apply to a physical and a virtual gala in that no matter what, people are going to go to that page and buy tickets to the event. They're going to register to bid. They're going to get updates on information about the event. They're going to preview the auction items. They're going to bid on the auction items. They're going to watch a live video, and they're going to watch a preview video, and so on. Anything that they do happens at this venue, just like, so again, it's Tuesday. I'm going to promote that address, and I'm going to have people register to bid. Now, as we get closer to the event, we start thinking about, well, logistically, how am I going to do this? I want to do a very low-key live stream, and I want people to participate, but I want people to see me with my other board members or my staff, and we want to kind of have a visit with our constituents, people who are participating in the auction. We're going to include a live auction, we're going to include an appeal, but we also want to talk to them and share and catch up and talk about how we've adapted through this and what we can look forward to in the future when, as we return to work and as we return to productivity and some of the normal that we've had in the past. What I recommend, and let's just talk about some of the mechanics of this. And in order to do that, I have a whiteboard here, and I found a picture online of an overhead looking at a living room. So, of course, this could be anybody's living room. And this is where I'm going to have my event on Saturday at 4 o'clock. I'm going to turn on the camera. I'm going to be seated here in the couch. I'm going to have one of my board members on either side of me, and then maybe somebody else, maybe an auctioneer seated next to me here, or anybody that I want to put here. But I want all of this on camera, and I want to be able to present to my constituents while they're bidding in the auction from home. So the first thing I need is a laptop or a tablet with a web camera, and I'm going to probably grab a table, and I'm going to get my pencil out here, and I'm going to draw a few things. That's kind of why I put it on this whiteboard. I'm going to put a table right here. And again, I'm getting very specific. I'm going to put a table here, and then I'm going to put my laptop right on this table. So right in the middle. And that camera is going to point at my couch, my living room, so that when I turn it on and I hit go, you're looking directly at me and everybody seated on this couch. Then I'm going to go to my admin on that computer, and I'm going to go to Event Central Live Broadcast. I'm going to hit start, and then it's going to start broadcasting the video from that web camera out to my constituents. And once I hit start, I want to just step away from that laptop and just let it go. That's the only thing that laptop is going to do. And then I'm going to have a seat right here on the couch. I'm going to have another donor sit here, and so on. Now notice I don't want to put my camera too far away, because unless I went out and I bought a really kind of a microphone, the computer's microphone is going to be recording everything that I'm talking about, so we want it to be close enough. You can get on Amazon, you can get external microphones that can have better pickup and so on. Those can be helpful as well. But for this discussion, let's say that I'm seated right here and I want to control the live auction. I want to see how the auction's going and so on. What I would do is I'd take a small laptop or a tablet and I would dedicate that to running the live auction. So I would be seated right here with a tablet in my hand. And what I would do is I would then, on that computer or device, I would go to Butler under Event Central, and then I can control the live stream. So again, now I have two devices. I have one that's controlling the video streaming, which is just on, and I'm not touching it. I'm not interrupting it. It's just going to do its own thing until we're done with the broadcast. And then my other device is set up to handle the live items. So I can go ahead and press, start my auction with my Chef Jimmy, Cabo San Lucas, and so on. That can all happen on that device. Now remember, that's happening right here, and the video is happening right here. And so the beauty is you've got these two things going, and you're running. You actually have, think about what you're doing. You're running a gala, you have your venue, your real venue, which is your living room, or you could have an office, or you could, have a restaurant, or any place, be creative, find a really interesting place to do that. And then you can also have, these folks can also have their own devices, so their own smartphone, for instance, and that's loaded up on their screen, and they're watching this live feed in real time as well. You technically need two devices. You need one for your web camera that you can point at the people that are going to be on the screen. And then you need another device to control the event stream. And they can also control the paddle raise, they can add bids, they can check people in, they can send messages and so on. That can all happen on that device while the event is going on. Because remember, once you sit down in this couch and you start broadcasting, you want to make sure that you have everything you need with you so that you don't have to get up and move around. I highly recommend, again, if the event was on Saturday at 4 p.m., go ahead and do this on Friday at 4 p.m. as a practice run to make sure that, well, I'm not going to need another device. I've got the people I need seated in the right spot. I'm going to auction off these items. This is how much time I need, and so on. You just kind of want to walk through it and make sure that it's all set. But again, this is how you can run a very simple pop-up auction and live streaming event all in one. We didn't have to book a venue. We didn't have to get a caterer. We didn't have to secure a bar or a liquor license, valet, any of that stuff. I just needed a laptop with a video camera and a device to run the EventStream software, and that's it.